Dana, I'm interviewing realtors to sell my home. What are the three most important questions I should ask?
When you're in the process of interviewing realtors to potentially sell your house, there are a few different questions that I think will be the most important to ask. The first question is, do you do this full time? Are you a full-time realtor? It might surprise you to know that about 70% of realtors in Canada are part-time. So for every 10 people that are doing the job, only three of them are dedicating their time 100% and furthermore, their livelihood to it. So when I'm selling my house, I would want a realtor that's doing it for a living. This is the person that's going to be very close to the market and they're probably going to be really good at it. So number one, are you full-time in this business? Number two, what is your communication style? I find that oftentimes, if a relationship breaks down between two people, especially between realtor and client, 9 times out of 10, it's because of communication challenges. Either the style of communication isn't a good match or the frequency of it isn't a good match. You want to feel as comfortable as possible in that relationship because it's an important relationship. And the third question I would ask is, how did you arrive at the value you are presenting to me for my property? And when you ask them how they arrived at that number, they're likely to do one of two things. They're likely to be very vague, or they're likely to give you a very detailed explanation of the steps that they followed. And for my money, I want the person with the detailed explanation because that person really did their homework. They did a lot of research. They cross-checked information to make sure they were on the right track for your property. And furthermore, they're prepared to live up to that number. So number one, are you full-time? Number two, checking on their communication style. And number three, how did you arrive at the value you've given me for my property? And I think between those three questions, you'll leave that meeting feeling very, very good about the assessment that you've made with that person. And I think you'll probably find yourself making exactly the right decision.